guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin Cosplay, and today we are back at guys with Demon Slayer.
The movie!
The movie.
Yes, Mugen Train it's called. The Infinity Train, right? Thanks, Samurai Champloo. So we left the season with our boys going on a train to join with Rengoku.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess up his name, but he's the Flame Hashira. He's on his way to kill a bunch of demons. We also know that there's a demon who just got a huge power up from Kibutsuji, who's on its way to, you know, kill Rengoku, anyway. And so all these people are gonna meet up on that train, I'm guessing.
Yep.
And fight. We saw it. We had a brief view of one of the demons on the train, I guess, and it didn't look pretty, so I don't know what to expect, but I know it's gonna be great because a lot of people are saying this movie is amazing.
I can't wait to watch the Murder on the Orient Express. That'd be nice.
It's not the same movie.
Oh no.
So I said we just jump into this movie. Hopefully I can, you know, make 2 or 3 parts on YouTube and I will not have any problems with copyrights. If I do, I'll figure something out. But yeah, let's jump into this.
Good.
Let's go.
I didn't think that one of them would have died in that movie.
One of the what?
That one of them would
Would
die.
die?
I thought that maybe we would have seen maybe Rengoku more maybe in season 2 or something. But
What surprises me more is that we got to love him so much in the short amount of time that we got to see him.
I think that's his
it's his personality.
attitude, the fact that he's
Yeah.
so, but well, most of the time he seems to be so happy or so optimist.
Well, yeah, he
about
was
things.
told to be strong and to protect the weak, and I mean, it's all part of his personality. He had to push through. He had to, you know, take over after his father basically quit for some reason. I wonder if we will see that, but his father was very optimistic. It's about, you know, being a winner is about trying, you know, seeing the win in front of you. It's about knowing, you know, you're gonna go into a battle and you gotta make sure that, you know, everything goes well, and he did.
Not
He
for
was
him.
He
Not for
did.
him.
He didn't kill that demon and he died, but he protected every single passenger. And he protected Tanjiro and Inosuke that were right there beside him.
Yeah.
If he had, and he kept that demon so close, he would have fucking died if it wasn't for his arms. You know, he was trying to pull his arm so hard that it tore up, you know, it tore his body apart. And he was, you know, most of that was, you know, stomach muscles and shit, and determination. He was dying.
It's really amazing how they're showing what willpower can do in some situation.
And I love his
For
speech
example,
too.
with Rengoku against that upper rank demons at the end of it, or with Tanjiro when he was fighting that demon who used dreams to fight you off. By the way, over and over again, just committing suicide to just waking up.
Determination, willpower, from both of them. Which is why, like, they are similar in that way. You know, they pushed and they kept pushing and they had so much motivation. They were similar in that way, even though, you know, he's more calm and kept together, I would say, as in, you know, he doesn't lash out, he doesn't express his joy that openly, Tanjiro, compared to Rengoku, who was basically a flame, you know, living flame, full of energy, and what he said, you know, in the end, kept looking forward, because if you look down, you're opening yourself up to the potential of failure, and it's, you know, you have to always try to push forward and win those battles for the sake of the people that can't win them, you know, and if you don't do them for them.
Yeah.
So, in a way, you know, when it comes to motivation, they were very similar. So I love that speech he gave him, basically how to be a little bit more like him and how to take the side of Tanjiro that, you know, makes him win those battles and make it stronger so he can win more and more. Especially after losing someone like that, you've got to be strong enough to keep going.
This is sad, but in a way I think that
it's necessary in the story, though.
yeah, they're gonna give them the push, they need to train even harder.
What happens to his sword now? Just
He
saying.
needs to order another one, I guess.
Unless they find it in the forest. Oh boy, and that demon was crazy as fuck. I have a feeling he became a demon just for what he was saying, you know, the opportunity to keep training and becoming stronger. It's just that. He was a fighter, probably, and he enjoyed fighting, and the idea of death got him afraid, sort of, and becoming a demon is the best thing that might have happened to him. So he finds, you know, strong opponents, and he's like, you should become a demon so we could train together forever. He just wants to find a worthy opponent, but because of that, he's got a spirit that reminds me a bit of Kenpachi. And I'm like, fuck, okay.
Yeah, but still, that demon needs to go down. And I really hope that Tanjiro is going to be the one to
do it.
Or maybe at least, well, no, Tanjiro. Maybe Inosuke, but Tanjiro had a better bond with Rengoku before his death.
Oh, he didn't even know. He didn't even know Inosuke's name.
Borehead.
In any case, I think, you know, the fact that it's not just about the physical fight, you know, it was definitely about the mental fight, and I love that Rengoku basically kept his word and, you know, stayed true to who he was and what he wanted to be till the end, because he's been offered the chance to survive many times. It was like, oh, you can just turn into a demon. We can change you. You've been chosen, you know, become a demon. But he's accepted the idea that, you know, life and I think that's the thing you have to do when your job is to kill demons and protect people, because if you lose people, it's got to be so hard for you. So you make sure you try to make sure you don't lose anyone ever. But if you're a Hashira, if you're a demon slayer, it's for sure you faced death before, and you're gonna face death yourself.
Yeah.
So it's great that he was at peace with the idea that we all live and we all die at one point. So I cannot be afraid of death, because if I'm afraid of death, I can't do my job. So he stayed true to that, and he kept saying, I'm not gonna become a demon, over and over again, even though he had an out, and he probably knew that he was gonna lose here, because that other guy kept regenerating and he kept pushing, and he was just enjoying it. So with someone else, it probably would have worked with another Ashira, but which means that the upper three
maybe,
demons.
Yes, no, I think that maybe with someone who wasn't as strong willed, you know.
No, I'm saying that, you know, the fight, he probably knew after a little while that he was going to lose that fight, because that other demon just kept pushing. With two Ashiras fighting that demon, it probably could have happened, which probably means that in the upper 6 demons, the top 3 will need a very fucking strong Ashira, or 2.
Or all of them?
Well, all of them, I don't know. Kibutsuji maybe, but like he still did pretty good against against one demon.
Yeah.
So,
what did you think about Tanjiro's speech at the end, saying that the one who lost was the demon, but not Rengoku?
I totally agree, and I loved it because it's true. And we talked about this a little bit. Well, they talked about this a little bit at the beginning of the season. How, you know, what the strength of demon slayers and why we should respect them. You know, they are humans, but they go against demons. They don't regenerate. You know, if they lose a limb, they lose a limb.
Yeah.
They won't heal in battle like the demons. They have to go fight them in the night because the demons cannot. He said won't, but they can't fight in daylight. You know, so, and basically the demons keep saying, especially in this fight, he was saying, you know, oh, being a human is your weakness, you're weak, you're nothing, so become a demon, you'll have everything. But I'm like, he's a human with all these weaknesses, he can get tired, he can lose a limb, he can, get hurt. But still
going all out against you.
Exactly.
And even killing you sometimes.
Exactly. It's all about the resolve. It's all about goals that you set for yourself. And in this case, his goal wasn't so much, you know, killing the demon as it was making sure that no one dies. No one, you know, I'm protecting dies. So in that case,
well, I'm sure that it would have been fine if the demon got killed.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. But it's still true that, you know, no one that was under his protection died. So he did his job. I think I agree with Tanjiro. The winner of this is Rengoku. He showed more, you know, resolve, more strength. And we talked about this literally with Tanjiro against the other Kizuki. When we were saying, you know, he was in his dream and he had to leave the family behind, and we were saying he's so fucking strong. Again, we were talking about physical strength, and the demon was only praising physical strength, when I'm like, no, there's different types of strength. My mental strength is a thing, strength of your heart.
Can you imagine being put in such a dream that the thing that you desire the most, that makes you the most happy, and you need to
leave it behind,
tore yourself from it because that's what you need and have to do?
It's the fact that it was so real for him too. So real that he thought his actual life was the dream. It took him a second to be like, oh, I was, having a nightmare and now I'm back. I'm like, dude. So it means that, with all his senses, with his, his nose power, with everything he's got, he believes this is real. So yes, it must have hurt really bad to leave the family behind. And not just that, but also, to push yourself to suicide, believing in your core that, okay, if I do this, I will go back to pain. I will go back to the struggle, but I will be doing the right thing for the others. I'm not doing this for myself because staying here would be the best thing for myself. I'm with my family.
Yeah.
But I'm going back to save others, and I'm trusting, in my instinct to do that. So he had to, go through the fear, go through the pain and the struggle to go back to that reality that is not perfect, but for the sake of others. I think that's why it's the best fighter for this demon, because Tanjiro is selfless as fuck. It's not a question of, do I want to stay behind with my dreams? It's, I can't afford to stay behind in my dreams. I have a job to do. And in that way that I was saying, Rengoku and Tanjiro are very similar in some ways. I think this is one of the ways that they are very similar. Both of them, they have their hopes and dreams, and they have their motivation. But I feel like in the end, there was something bigger for Rengoku, just like there is something bigger for Tanjiro, and it is protecting the weak. It's their job.
I'd like to talk about the children who were supposed to destroy everyone's spiritual core.
It's a good Well, it's a good example.
At first, I thought that maybe they were lesser demons, but that's not the case. They just got the main demon sent on them.
Mm-hmm.
But it is sad though that they got manipulated by him to do his bidding because they want to.
I kept saying that he's a piece of shit for using them, and using the fact that they don't want to live in this reality anymore against them, and they are just kids. I know they call them men and stuff, but I'm like, no, they look like kids. They are kids.
Well, we don't know. In anime, sometimes a kid can be over 25.
They were not over 25. But yeah, no, I it's really sad, and it almost happened to everyone else. It's to see them in their dreams. Although I thought it was interesting that for all their beautiful dreams and what they wanted, Rengoku ended up being in front of his father, who still rejected him. So I'm like, okay, you can't imagine another reality? Like, I would have imagined something better, but which by the way sucks.
Well, the first time that he dreamt was inside the train, and he was protecting.
Well, no, I don't think that
that was
his actual dream was when he wasn't at his house.
Yeah.
Yes, he was with his sibling later on, which is really sweet. But before that, we saw the father thing.
I think that the dream just changed afterwards.
Well, I don't know. Like, if the demon's goal was to give him a beautiful dream, he gave him a slap of reality, which by the way really sucks. His father. I don't know what his father has been through. I don't know why he quit being a demon slayer, but it's not because you think you fucked up. It's not because you think that you amount to nothing that you have the right to tell that to your son, who's been working hard to become a Hashira, and now he's telling you that he's achieved it, and you're saying, this is worthless. You're worthless, just like me. I'm like, fuck off, dude. I don't know what happened to him, and if we get to see them later, we'll see how he reacts. But
I do hope though that when he's gonna learn about his son's death, that at least he's gonna be proud about what he achieved. He technically saved 200 people, and if not more.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what happened to him, so we'll have to maybe hope we see it and we can piece it together. But from the little of him we saw, I really did not like him.
I want to talk about the subconscious of Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu.
For some of them, it makes sense. For some others, it
But
doesn't.
like, we did say that technically Inosuke is a beast, so that makes sense that his subconscious will be
His wild side.
a wild beast.
Yeah.
You know, Zenitsu,
I don't know.
wasn't expecting that because every time that he's technically unconscious, it's just so badass and into lightning mode, you know. So being that creepy.
What is the cat doing?
That's her cat's subconscious.
Yeah.
It's been creepy too.
He's playing with this.
So I wasn't expecting that.
I don't know what I saw with Zenitsu.
Because that wasn't Zenitsu's subconscious. We saw that side of him many times, so much in season 1.
Well, he had the skill, so I mean, he was just being very creepy. So it's his pervert side, I would say. But does that mean that his subconscious is out in the open most of the time? I don't know. I thought it was funny though.
Maybe.
I thought it was funny.
But for
Tanjiro makes a lot of
makes
sense.
so much sense that he was so at peace, so calm, and even his subconscious was trying to guide the
Help
child
the guy,
to
yeah.
destroy his inner core.
That doesn't surprise me at all. This is Tanjiro.
Yeah.
This is literally Tanjiro. And Rengoku didn't surprise me either if you think about it. It's fire. He represented fire so well, you know?
Passion and willpower.
Passion, willpower, strength. Gosh, he was a great character. I'm really sad he died.
I'm sad, but I'm mostly pissed that he died so fast.
Well, they made a movie out of it.
I know.
I think.
By the way, about the movie, like I said, and the last episode of the first season, the drawing style was just well executed. The colors
It's
were
always good.
wonderful, but this time, I mean, I've seen some anime movie recently.
It was a movie of scenes like when Tanjiro unlocked his father's breathing style. Basically, it's a movie made of that.
Beautiful, seriously.
It looked incredible, but that's what we expect from animated movies, because I mean, Japan, Jesus fuck, they do it every time. Why are we surprised? No, it was beautiful, and Demon Slayer is you know. We know Demon Slayer as a show that looks incredible during fights. The animation is already pretty good in the show, so I didn't expect anything less for the movie. I was very pleased. The music did it, and when I realized that he was dying.
The dubstep kind of music during
a little bit. Yeah, I did.
The Operang Demon fight.
The only thing though is I gotta say I did not expect to cry, and I almost did it, and then they showed his mother. Jesus, I felt the tear, you know, and I was like, no. Gosh, they made me cry. Okay. All right. They did it.
So that was a Mugen Train movie, guys.
Yes.
It was good.
Yes.
Very sad, but good.
And since it's canon, then we're gonna move on to season 2 when it comes out and keep following the story. Hopefully, know what was hidden in the Rengoku place, house. How did you call it? Palace, residence. So we'll get to know what was hidden there. Hopefully get to see the reaction of the father, because I would like for him to shake himself up a little bit. That would be good. It will be sad, but...
I don't want to see the brother's reaction, though.
Me neither, but we'll probably have to. And I'm ready for our boys to, use that as motivation to train and become stronger, because that's what the story is about. They've got to become stronger and do this.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you guys so much for watching this with us. I hope you enjoyed it, because we surely did.
It was so good.
Yes. I don't know yet when the season 2 is going to come out, but when it does, we will watch it.
We're going to keep an eye on it.
Yes, in the meantime, we did a poll, and the winner to replace Demon Slayer was Fate Zero. We already started recording the episode, so maybe give us 1 week. I don't know. 1 week off? Maybe not. I'll see how the editing goes, but very soon we'll start those episodes, so hopefully we'll see you there.
All right.
And yeah.
So thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.
Bye.